Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for carving out some time to hang out with us to hear about an opportunity that could change and enrich your life in so many ways. We're really, really glad you're here. There are lots of ways that you could make some extra cash these days, and you even have a lot of options on the internet. But we want to share with you what makes this opportunity stand out from all the others, what it offers in addition to just extra income that other business models do not, because we want to help you make the best decision for you. So I'm Brittany Howard, and I'm co-hosting tonight with my friend Jana. Say hi.
Hi.
And we were both once in your shoes listening to a friend share about this opportunity, and we also were skeptical. But boy, are we thankful now that somebody took the time to share with each of us what this could mean for our families. So we want to start by telling you a little bit about how this opportunity has been such a blessing, and then we want to show you how it could be for you too. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so I'm Brittany Howard. I am a mom of 6 kids of all ages and stages. When my oldest son got married a couple years ago, I was actually at his wedding nursing my newborn. So before I started this business, though, I was homeschooling all of my kids, managing things at home while my husband worked really hard, sometimes working multiple jobs to provide for our family. And that was our choice, that lifestyle. But we did make a lot of sacrifices and say no to a lot for me to be able to be home with the kids. One time, I remember our septic system going out, and we didn't have $5,000 sitting around to pay for that. So we had to take out a loan to replace the septic system. And that was really painful, making that payment every month, knowing that that money could have been going to something more fun. And I remember at some point I came across a study on the Proverbs 31 woman and the fact that she was industrious and profitable was very attractive to me. And I thought, I really want to do that. I really would love to take some of the pressure off of my husband financially. And I would love to be a blessing to my family in this way. So I started looking for ways to make money from home. And in true nerd form, I went into full on research mode about different options. And the one of the most impactful books that I read was called Cash Flow Quadrant, where I learned that the highest income earners in the world are actually business owners, which surprised me at the time because I would have thought that the highest income earners were doctors or attorneys or something. And I also learned through that book that being a business owner is not the same thing as being self-employed. So as a self-employed person, you are still trading your hours for dollars. It's just that you would get to choose which of those hours you're going to trade for those dollars. If, as a self-employed person, if you wanted to increase your income, you would just have to increase the hours that you are working. But being a business owner is different. A business owner actually owns a system that can still produce income with or without you once the system is built. And so, as a business owner, to increase your income, what you would want to do is improve and expand your systems. So, on a podcast with that same author of that book, I heard him say, if you want to be a business owner, which I did, and you don't know where to start with network marketing. So when I started this Plexus business, I saw it as an opportunity that would allow me the freedom to continue homeschooling, and I could build this on my own terms. It was going to allow me to bless my family with financial freedom, time freedom, and it was a really smart move for us because this opportunity has turned into a business that generates hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for us, and that has completely changed our lives, and I'm just incredibly grateful. And a few years ago, after I hit the top rank, I think the moment that it really sank in for me was when I took my kids to the dentist, and we did not have dental insurance, and they all needed dental work done, and there are a lot of them. And I went to check out, and she told me that the total was over $3,000, and I did not even flinch. I pulled my debit card out, I swiped it, and I felt no fear, no anxiety, no worry. And I just went and sat in my car and thanked God. Jana, I know that you can relate to how expensive kids are because you have a lot of them too. So tell us why you decided to start your Plexus business.
Well, there's a lot of similarities definitely in what you just said and our experience as well. I do have a degree in health behavior with a focus, or degree in health science with a focus on health behavior. And so I had been working, but when we started to grow our family, my husband and I really wanted me to stay home, and that came with sacrifices. And so just like you said, we were blessed and we were cared for. My husband worked tons of jobs to provide for us, but we had to sacrifice. There was a time I remember walking into the grocery store with our two youngest children and our two oldest children, and thinking I had a certain amount of money in the bank account to buy a certain amount of groceries for the week. And I remember being so grateful that a couple of the items that I wanted was on sale, and that was going to leave us like literally a few dollars extra. And just, we lived like that, and we sacrificed, and it was okay. My husband would find extra jobs, and I am a fitness certified fitness trainer. I also have been a personal trainer, and health has been my background for almost 30 years now. And so I would pick up a few fitness classes here and there, and I was really grateful for everything, but we really had to sacrifice. And then Plexus came along. But before that, our big family came along, and we had adopted 3 children. Foster care and adoption was really a big thing in my heart for so many years. And we grew our family, and I just remember thinking, this is going to be really tough. So anyway, Plexus came into our lives because of my health background. I knew I needed to fill in some gaps somewhere. I love the products. And so I decided, after much prayer, my husband and I, that we wanted to see some changes. And it was going to start with sending our kids to school. And so I started working the business, and the Lord has just blessed it tremendously. And I'm so grateful for you sharing with me.
Well, I'm so grateful that you listen. So when you say you sent your kids to school, you mean private school?
Private school, yes. So I remember sitting down with the headmaster after I'd been working the business for just a few months. And my husband and I sat down with the headmaster of a private school, and we were going to send 5 kids. Our oldest child was already out of the house. And so we have 6, but 5 still at home. And I remember my husband looking at me and saying, when the headmaster told us the total, and him looking at me and saying, can we do this? And I said, yes. And it was I just never thought we would ever say that.
What a blessing. Well, I'm so excited for you guys. All right. So love your story. We want to tell you why network marketing is the best business model if you want to be a business owner. And the first most obvious reason when we're talking about business is the fact that this is highly profitable, meaning in this business model, we don't have many business expenses. So most businesses have lots of overhead, like paying for a building or equipment or paying for advertising. Guys, we don't even have to carry inventory. And I had tried several other types of businesses in the past before I started Plexus, when I was like looking for different things. And I either lost money because I had no idea what I was doing and nobody to guide me or support me, or I realized that I just wasn't making much of a profit after paying all of my expenses. And so I knew that if I was going to throw my energy and time into something, I wanted it to be worth my time in profitability. And this has been. Also, more and more companies are going to this model. That is because word of mouth has always been the most effective way to market a product, and companies have choices where their advertising dollars are going to go. So they can choose whether they're going to put their advertising and marketing dollars into endorsing big name celebrities, or they can commission normal people like me and you and Jana to tell our friends about some products that we love that they probably would too. Another thing is with this business model, there's never any income cap. You literally can increase your income as much as you want to increase it. Most professions have an income cap, either with a salary, or the cap is the actual hours in a day, because there's only 24 hours of them that you can trade for dollars, right? So that would be a cap if you don't have any more hours to increase your income. But this model allows your income to go up as high as you want it to, never any limit on what you can earn. So I love that. Also love the fact that there is residual income. Residual income is very hard to come by, but it means that the work that you already did keeps earning you income over and over. So that's definitely different than being self-employed, because if you're self-employed, if you don't work, you don't get paid. And I also love that this is truly a people helping people business, which means that you are in business for yourself, but never by yourself, because I, as a leader, can't be successful if my people on my team are not being successful. So I, as a leader, and all the other leaders in this business model, in this industry, have a vested interest in supporting the goals and dreams of the people on their teams, because without their team being successful, they can't be successful. I also love the community. So there are a lot of different things that I could do to earn extra dollars in my bank account, but there is no dollar sign that you could place on the community that we have here in Plexus, that is like-minded people who want to grow, who want to improve, who want to accomplish big things and make a difference in the people that they're serving, either with their products or with our opportunity. And so just having people to do this alongside of, I know me, and I know that I never would have been successful at this if I had to do all of this on my own. So how about you, Jana? What made you decide to pursue a network marketing business?
For me, it was some very similar things also, and time was something that I did not want to, time with my family. I wanted to make sure that I didn't have to sacrifice that as far as a 9-to-5 job. And I also knew that the time we were going to be driving a significant amount of miles every day to get them to the private school. And so I really had limited options, but I also had aging parents, and I was concerned about what if I needed to be with my parents during the day and then make sure I could get my children in the afternoon. And I did not want to have to worry about how that was going to look if I was in the corporate normal 9-to-5 grind, or even just working at a school, which I had, contemplated. But I just knew that I had to have something that was flexible. And network marketing was the answer for me. And it was the answer for time freedom. It was the answer for the flexibility. I could take my work anywhere. I was going to be up and down the road all the time. And I needed something that was going to work for our family and give me that flexibility. And so I was familiar with network marketing, but not quite as familiar as I've become. And I'm so grateful that this opportunity, and Brittany, you're the one that presented this opportunity to me. I'm just so grateful that this particular network marketing company came into our lives.
Same. I totally agree. So whenever I started this business, several things that I did not know about network marketing that have actually kept me here. Definitely the perks, because I had no idea about the luxurious trips that I never would have imagined myself going on all these trips, or driving a Plexus Lexus, or going on shopping sprees, or going to black tie galas. But when I saw people earning those things, I thought, wow, that must just be for the special people. But all my friends started earning these things and encouraging me to go after them too. So I was like, okay, well, I guess if they can do it, I can do it. These people are not really that different from me. And so I did. And it still blows me away to this day, all the perks of the network marketing business model. But Plexus specifically, I chose this company out of all of the options because of the products, first of all, because people need the products. And there are plenty of great products out there that enhance people's lives and add value to people. But with our products, I feel confident and bold in sharing about these products with people because I know that the vast majority of health issues that we deal with as Americans have the same root issues that cause them: blood sugar imbalance, poor gut health, inflammation. And that's exactly what our products address. So I knew that I was going to be telling people that I loved deeply about these products because I want them to have optimal health. And so when you have issues that are experienced by the masses and you have natural solutions to offer, that is an opportunity. So I felt great about standing behind our products and sharing them with people that I care about. Another thing that makes Plexus stand apart, our events. Hands down, our events are the best out of any company out there. I mean, there are other companies who send their people to places like Hawaii, but they don't do it Plexus style. Plexus goes above and beyond with any event that they put on, any training that they do. I mean, it is top notch. They spare no expense. The leaders in this company are hands down the best, high quality people full of integrity that I want to build with. And our comp plan sets us apart. It's very unique. We get paid 11 different ways, 5 times a month. And the fact that we are a completely debt-free company just allows our company to be so generous to their brand ambassadors. So those are some of the reasons why I love Plexus specifically. Jana, how about you?
Well, I definitely agree with the products. That is why the main reason I love Plexus. And that's why I began with the company, because for 30 years, I have watched the health and wellness and fitness community really change and up and down. I mean, I was once called the aerobics instructor, like that would not be a thing now. That was back in the 90s. And so I've really seen a lot of changes over the years with all the fad diets and go fat free, go sugar free, go, all the things. I could name all the things. And so I would always go back to the same things. I really feel like we need to have a diet that is based on God's plan and his plants. And that's what he made in the very first days of creation. And so I just kept going back to that because I felt that that was so important in my health. But I've also seen the changes in farming and the changes in our soil and all those things over the years also. And so I realized that there's something missing in the normal diet. And we just can't get it all in there that we need. And Plexus filled that gap. So the products to me have definitely kept me here. They are amazing. Exactly what you said. Gut health, blood sugar, inflammation, focused. And so those are the root issues that we need to address daily, not just sometimes, but every day in our health. And so I loved that about Plexus. And then, of course, the perks, like you said, of like the shopping sprees. And I never thought I would ever experience that. And I did. And just how exciting. In fact, one of the things I used tonight to cook with was one of the things I bought on the shopping spree, which was I can't even remember the name of it, but I bought like 5 different kinds of cooking things for my kitchen. And I just thought appliances for my kitchen. And I just think every time I get one of those out to use, it's a pressure cooker. I'm just like, I did buy some shoes, of course, but I'm just so grateful, just that was something I never thought I would experience, was a shopping spree and dressing up with my friends at events and how when you go somewhere, you just see Plexus everywhere. And those things really amaze me about how the company goes all out for their people. And I just love that about them. But also, I really, really loved that I could experience something that I experienced growing up, which was with my mom, which was personal growth and really valuing just growing in books. And some people probably don't even remember who Zig Ziglar was, but I remember my mom listening to him on tape. He was a motivational speaker. And just that experience of seeing other women grow and making connections and just connection after connection and relationships in this business has definitely kept me there.
Yeah, I totally agree. I also love the growth. It's I didn't as another one of those things I just didn't know about when I started, but now I cannot imagine my life without. So I'm very thankful. So, all right, if you are watching this, we don't think it's an accident that you are watching this. There is a reason that you are here. And if any of this interests you, then you need to let the person know who invited you to this. If you are interested in making money with Plexus, your new job description would be share health and happiness with others and help other people do the same thing. And as we're talking tonight, you might be wondering, could I actually do that? That sounds all well and good for them, but could that actually be for me? And I just want to let you know that I am a shy introvert, so I didn't really have the personality to be cut out for something like this. I lived way out in the middle of nowhere when I started this, and I did not know that many people because I've always been a stay-at-home mom. I just didn't have much of a network. So I was not a likely candidate for success. However, what I found was that network marketing is simply a set of skills that anybody can learn and get good at. And that is what I decided to do. And now I am at the top level in the company, and it has changed everything for my family, not just financially, but our whole lifestyle is different. My outlook on life is different because of the growth that I have experienced as a person, as a wife, as a leader, as a mom. And so I know that if I can do this, truly anybody can do this. So I just want to encourage you that you could too. So get with the person who invited you to this and get all your questions answered. We're excited to see where this journey takes you, and we cannot wait to hear your story in the future. Good night.